When you're scrolling through endless TV specs, the biggest question that keeps popping up is simple: will this actually fit into my living room without turning it into a tech headache, and will it feel worth the cash after a few months of Netflix binging? I get that hesitation because I've been in the market for a new screen more than once, and the last thing I want is a gorgeous picture that turns my daily viewing into a constant fight with menus or a brightness that looks great in the showroom but falls flat in my dimmer hallway. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So let's dive into the 55-inch Sony BRAVIA 7 Mini LED QLED 4K Smart Google TV from 2024 and see if it lives up to the promise of a premium picture while staying user-friendly enough for anyone who just wants to point, click, and enjoy. First off, the biggest draw for a TV this size is the mini LED backlighting paired with QLED color tech. In real-world terms, that means brighter highlights and deeper blacks than a standard LED unit, which becomes noticeable the moment you watch a high-contrast movie like Mad Max or a nature documentary with a lot of sky. The mini LEDs are clustered into zones that can dim independently, so when a bright explosion flashes on screen, the surrounding dark areas stay truly dark instead of blooming. I tested that with a mixed-genre streaming night, a bright sports game followed by a dark thriller, and the transition felt natural without the washout you sometimes see on cheaper panels. For anyone who values crisp HDR performance in a bright room, that's a genuine strength. But the strength comes with a hidden trade-off: the processing engine. Sony's powerful TV processing is a catch-all phrase, and in practice it means the X-Reality Pro upscaler works hard to clean up mediocre source material. When you stream a 1080p series, the picture looks smoother and retains detail, which is great if you have a lot of older content. However, the processing adds a small amount of input lag that shows up when you plug in a gaming console. In my tests with a next-gen console, the lag was barely noticeable for casual play, but hardcore gamers who need sub-15 ms response times will feel the delay. So if you're a competitive gamer, you might want to switch the TV to game mode, which disables some of the processing, or consider a dedicated gaming monitor instead. Another practical point is the Google TV interface. Sony's decision to bake Google's smart platform directly into the TV means all your favorite apps, Netflix, Disney+, Amazon Prime, YouTube, show up on a single home screen. The voice remote works decently with Google Assistant, letting you ask for "show me the latest episode of The Crown," and it pulls up the right app without you thumbing through menus. The biggest snag is that the interface can feel a bit cluttered after you install a handful of apps. While the search function is fast, the home screen doesn't prioritize your most watched services the way a Chromecast or Apple TV does. If you're the type who prefers a clean, minimal launcher, you'll have to spend a few minutes customizing the rows, but once set, it becomes a seamless hub. For most households that already use Google services, the integration is actually a time saver. Because this is a certified refurbished unit, you're getting a TV that's been reconditioned by Sony's own factory. That means the panel, backlight, and electronics have been tested and approved to meet the same performance standards as a new model, but the unit may carry minor cosmetic blemishes like a faint scuff on the bezel. In my experience, those imperfections are purely aesthetic; they don't affect picture quality or durability. The major upside is the price. A brand new 55-inch mini LED Sony often sits well above $1,500, while the refurbished version drops into the $900 $1,000 range, delivering most of the visual performance without the premium markup. For budget-conscious shoppers who still want Sony's color accuracy, that's where the real value lives. Now, who should actually buy this TV? If you're a family with mixed viewing habits, sports, movies, kids' cartoons, occasional gaming, and you want a picture that looks great both in a bright living room and a darker home theater, the BRAVIA 7 hits the sweet spot. The mini LED brightness helps with daytime viewing, while the QLED color range keeps skin tones natural for sitcoms and drama. The Google TV platform consolidates streaming accounts, reducing the need for extra dongles. In addition, the refurbished status makes it an attractive entry into Sony's ecosystem without breaking the bank. On the flip side, who should skip it? First, anyone who needs the absolute lowest input lag for competitive esports will be better served by a TV that advertises sub-10 ms lag or a dedicated monitor. Second, if you're a minimalist who only watches a single streaming service, you might find the Google TV interface overkill and prefer a simpler smart TV that launches directly into that app. Lastly, for those who are particular about having the latest hardware warranty, a